And welcome back, guys, to Falcon Plays Risk of Rain. Now, let me just say, I feel really awkward every time I say Falcon Plays. Like, I feel like it's kind of like a really douchebag trait where you kind of refer to yourself in the third person and whatnot. But either way, that's besides the point altogether. Let's get into this really quickly here. Now, what happened was, is you're seeing probably a few new faces and whatnot. Well, who is this guy, the engineer? Huh, I didn't know I unlocked that guy as well. Well, here we go. So essentially what happened was I was playing Risk of Rain on my off time to kind of facilitate unlocking things for us, so kind of like not make it so monotonous, give us fresh content and whatnot for you guys to watch. So what happened was I unlocked Acrid altogether, and with Acrid I decided, well, you know what, let me play as Acrid and let me just get a feel for him, so next time we record we play as Acrid. What happened was it was my first one with Acrid I went through the entire game. So it's not to say that Acrid is overpowerful, he is really powerful. So let me get into the game now. Show you a bit of Acrid actually. He is a melee class, which, already sounds like, kind of a bad thing. You don't kind of want to deal with melee classes because, Jesus Christ, you want some range to kind of like, with all these, monsters attacking you, you want to be able to range a bit, right? Well, it's true. What Acrid essentially is, he sums up to essentially what I like to call a, maybe an assassin class in like on RPGs or online RPGs and whatnot, where he is capable of really high DPS over time. Now, what I say with that is because he is melee, obviously, or melee, or whatever you want to go about it. But here is his bread and butter right here. Let me just put this down. What that does, essentially, it puts down some poison on the floor, it slows down the enemies, and lets you do damage over time. So imagine, this works out really well when you have a big, sea of humanity of monsters coming after. You're not really sea of humanity, more like sea of monster-anity, I guess? Either way, so that really helps you out a lot. And here is the teleporter. You know what? With Acrid, I found that, or not, is it Acrid? Acrid. Jesus Christ, I'm over here thinking, what game am I playing as well? Master Reboot, that's Acrid. This is Acrid. Receive a delayed heal after being hit. Good. With Acrid, you want to basically focus on getting some few drones and getting the ability to move faster and heal over time. Let me go ahead and activate this altogether. Now, if it's the Magma Worm, I'm going to be really... of course it's the goddamn Magma Worm. Alright, the Magma Worm is essentially the only class I really thought gave me trouble as Acrid. Especially when you can't move fast just yet. Let me put down this poison here and do a little bit of damage over time to these guys. Where are you, Magma Worm? Oh god, don't jump over there. I need you to jump into the goddamn poison pit altogether. That's the reason it's there. I want you to be super meta and just be like, oh, fucking poison pit, jump in that fucking poison pit. Alright, you're not gonna do that, so that's fine. So, let me get rid of these guys. Here, Jesus Christ, you guys are a pain in the ass. Alright, Magma Worm. You're proving to be as difficult as I imagined with this class. Alrighty, come on. Spawn again. Spawn... No, don't spawn up there. Alrighty. We're almost there. I feel that Magma Worm is basically the toughest enemy you can get in with Acrid just because of the melee range itself. You have to be really all up in there to actually damage the Magma Worm. And the thing is that when he, jumps out of the pit that he comes out of, or imaginary pit, apparently every single pixel on the map is a pit for Magma Worm, so he comes out of everything. He's almost dead, so that's good. Get your fucking head out here one more time, you asshole. There you go. Infected. Excellent. So you know what? I got the infected ability, which is pretty good considering that, I'm really focused on poison. So we got Magma Worm out of the way. So I apologize there. I just wanted to get that dick out of the way. I hate the Magma Worm, by the way. For some reason, he's like the most annoying goddamn enemy for me. Alright, excellent. We got the jetpack itself. Let's just jump a bit higher and kind of lets us defy gravity a bit. It's not that big of a difference that you can imagine, but every little bit helps at times. So we have 3 remaining enemies on screen, not enough money for us to actually go out and spend. So we have one enemy by the teleporter itself, so I'm going to leave him alive for now, and we're going to go over here, and hopefully what I want to do is find a few drones. Now, drones work amazing with Acrid because it gives you an ability to actually do a few ranged attacks. So essentially, I think one of the best abilities with Acrid, or one of the best tactics you can do with Acrid is essentially set down your poison like this, and then essentially hit and run. You do that and you run away and then you let your drones do a little bit of damage for you in the process. Let me open this up, and this is going to be heal quickly when standing still for 2 seconds. That's good. That'll give us a little bit of regeneration as well. So if you put down some poison and you kind of just run away, essentially remember that the poison slows down your enemies. So if you put down a poison, run away, you're slowing down your enemies. At the same time, your drones are kind of doing work on them as well. And let's, I guess, do this. Jesus Christ, none of these actually gave me anything. That's quite ridiculous, as a matter of fact. But okay, whatever. I spent all my money. That was basically a pointless trip over here and just spent me nothing but time in reality. But that's what Risk of Rain will do. It's kind of a risk. No pun intended. It's a risk indeed. So either way, let's just get back over here. Get rid of that flaming skull down there. Goddamn flaming fucker. And then we'll get into the portal itself and get to the next stage. Now, we dealt with the Magma Worm. I think the Magma Worm is essentially one of the most pain-in-the-ass bosses for Acrid as a melee class, because you kind of have to be all up in their business in order to hurt them. But at the same time, remember that when the Magma Worm pops out of the ground, it's when he's most dangerous, because that's his damage, and when he's coming back down, it's the other form of damage. So it's kind of like not like dealing with the Wandering Vagrant. Wandering Vagrant is really super easy for somebody like Acrid. If we get the Wandering Vagrant, I will demonstrate this as well. So we got the damn caverns. I'm not really too crazy about the damn caverns altogether, but not the damn caverns, but the damp caverns. I'm not trying to sound like I'm actually agitated at the caverns, like, you know, those damn caverns again. Although, essentially, in a sense, I guess I am, but that's besides the point. So hopefully we get some enemies here to spawn really quick, because I need to produce some money, or not produce money, but, you know, make some money. Make some of that dollar bill to kind of make this happen, and hopefully we get some drones as well soon. Believe me, the drones are so important. Our difficulty's jumped up to easy, which is, you know, perfectly fine. So we got some of these guys. Let me go ahead and drop some of this poison here. Let me use some of my skills here, why not? There you go. As you can see, Acrid kind of gathers up a lot of damage quickly in terms of handing it out and also, you know, unfortunately taking it. As it's a melee class, that's basically what's gonna happen, essentially. Reason why I think that the drones and the ability to heal is really, really important. One of the items that I got on my run, on my successful run with Acrid, was the Wandering Eye or something to that extent. What essentially that did was allow us to set, I believe it was the floor on fire, if I'm right. And it was basically, you know, that stacked on top of the poison damage, just kind of doing work on enemies. Believe me, it was quite impressive. Especially for some of the later stages when you're just being overwhelmed left and right. Essentially, my run, I believe, went to... Let me get this item here. Attack lower at faster health, or attack faster at lower health, I guess. Whatever. Not really that impressive, but it's something for now. Later on, I got up to, I believe, by the time I beat the game, I was in 45 minutes in, and like the difficulty was like insane. Are you kidding? Or I'm coming for you. It was kind of like almost really morbid in reality. Like, I'm not entirely sure who was coming for me, but apparently the difficulty was like, I could see you, I'm coming. It was quite really, Alright, run faster. Good. This is definitely good. I had to believe 2 of these, so I was moving along quite fast, believe me. Hopefully the teleporter is somewhere up here. If it's not, then I have an idea of where it might be. There it is. Good. So this is actually really good, because if our enemy... Excellent. This is who I got last time up here. Now let me go ahead and drop this down. Last time I was at the, I suppose the drones to kind of help me out with some long-term damage altogether. But as you can see, the Ancient Whip is just kind of hanging out over there, just taking damage. Like, you know, he's kind of absolutely no answer to do right now. It's just kind of like, damn, what do I do? He's just being poisoned over there. He has no idea how to combat or anything like that. He's gonna hang out over there. So essentially, one of the things you definitely want to take advantage with Acrid is because he's a melee. It's kind of almost in a sense cheesing, but you know, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do essentially. Well, what can you really do about it? Let me go over here. Fuck that head stomper ability. Let me see what this is. What is this again? Oh, summon jars of souls! Yes! Yes, bitch! Alrighty, so let me show you exactly what this does right now. It's just fucking amazing, by the way. Let me put down some damage for you, and now let me use the Jar of Souls. Now, there's a lot of shit happening right now on screen. What the Jar of Souls does, as you can imagine, it basically lets you summon a ghost per enemy on screen. And he'll be your, basically, they'll fuck your enemies up. So, let me poison you again. So essentially, it's another way to give you free ranged attack, essentially. You know, just summon the Jar of Souls, let them do some dirty work for you as you kind of maneuver around, run away, regain your health, wait for your cooldown to go down so you can kind of use the skills again. Alright, Ancient Wisp, let's do this again. It's the same old song and dance, Ancient Wisp, believe me. Nothing you're not used to here. So we're almost up to the 90 seconds that we need. Oh, there's a drone! Yes, bitch! Yes! Alrighty, so here we go. We got the drone as well to kind of give us that ranged ability that we need. Again, the more drones, the better for Acrid. So this is going to be really easy for us. We're going to definitely get through this level altogether without a hitch, really. Famous last words. Famous last words. Nicely done, Risk of Rain. We able to get this through. Son of a bitch. Alright. That's what happens when you get cocky. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so Risk of Rain has a way of humbling you, as you can imagine. That was a perfect example of it. That was basically all my stupidity is what caused that death. Essentially, I had what I needed. I had some regenerative items, I had a range attack and a drone. All I really had to do was basically put down the poison, run away, I let my cooldown go back, and set the poison again. Unfortunately, I wanted to get into the thick of things and, like, you know, just be cocky, and unfortunately, Kid Rock said it best, you know, it ain't cocky if you can back it up, and unfortunately, apparently I am no Kid Rock, which is, I'm not entirely sure that's really a bad thing in reality, but, at least he could back it up, because, you know, he sang his song, and now he has, like, hepatitis B or something, so who knows, I guess he backed it up alright. Let's go ahead and activate the teleporter quickly today, see what happens. Wandering Vagrant, alright, so we got the Wandering Vagrant now, let me, as a matter of fact, drop some of this poison down over here. Wandering Vagrant's gonna be a dick. However, the Wandering Vagrant isn't that hard of a boss for Acrid because essentially he doesn't hurt you when he's kind of just mauling you this way. The other thing that really hurts you as the Wandering Vagrant is those little balls that he shoots at you. So as long as you avoid those, you will be quite well endowed. And by well endowed, I don't mean like a large penis altogether. If that's the case, then, you know, kudos to you. I could say I could envy you a bit. So there you go, Wandering Vagrant done with already. 35 seconds in and he's dead, so believe me. Really, really easy with somebody like Acrid. Now, let's see if I could deal with you guys here. Now that we actually took care of the Wandering Vagrant so fast, our enemy's going to stop spawning, obviously, so let's just... It basically says that we have less money to kind of mess around with. So I kind of have to pick my items carefully. So let me use this, and this will let me run faster, which is one of the most important items that you could actually get as Acrid, as a matter of fact. And let me get the one that lets you get money over time. Obviously, that'll actually help us out quite a bit. Let me get rid of these small little guys here. After this, we need to move on over to the right side of the map and see if there's anything important for us over there. With only 88 to our, you know, well, $89 to our name, we really shouldn't stray too far away from the teleporter. So let me get this. I've never gotten this before. Oh, shock nearby enemies. Alright, cool. I'm sorry, I got confused by the unlock. Apparently there was one too many things going on in my brain, and, you know, unfortunately my puny brain could not comprehend that many items, many things going on. Alright, so we're gonna get 2 items that lets us get some money over time, which is good. We are essentially done. So let me just invest on this, nothing altogether, and if I could get up to 28, let me invest in it one more time, and hopefully it goes for the best. If not, then, you know, count our losses and just get on out of here. Come on. 28? Me 28. There you go. I'm sorry, officer. She said she was 28. It's not my fault. She looks like she's 12, but that's besides the point. So the Tesla coil is quite impressive. I mean, I'm looking at the effect of it altogether, and I could assume that this could really be helpful, especially as a melee class altogether, because you want enemies to kind of be near you. I think this would actually be really good for a class kind of like the Enforcer as well, which just kind of like sits down and plops down and just kind of does damage over time. No, I'm not going to wait till 50 seconds for that. So let's just go on out of here. We're going to actually get through this stage before the 5 minutes, which is good. And we're going to get the damp caverns here. Not the damn caverns, but the damp caverns. It makes it sound like I'm angry at the caverns. You're like, those goddamn damn caverns. Not the... I guess I suppose I kind of am. I really don't like the caverns too much. It's kind of like a really depressing scenery altogether. Let me go ahead and... Alright, well, I invested a bit of HP in order to get an item, and that kind of worked out to a degree, I guess. Not too much, but hey. Do I want to do it again? Sure, why not? And I got the head stompers, which is goddamn terrible. Alrighty, so that wasn't the most wise investment after all, but, you know, as long as we avoid damage, we should be able to regen before we even have to worry about it being a bad payoff for us, I suppose. This guy has abilities to actually range you, so let me drop some poison down on him, and that should pretty much kill him altogether. The teleporter for this stage is usually either down here or all the way on the top, so let me get rid of this man here, so in case it's on top, I don't have to come all the way back down here again. Yeah, so it looks like our teleporter is going to be up in the upper portion of the map itself, and we're actually running into a drone, which is good. So excellent. Now we have another drone. Yes, all right. So this is actually looking really good. Now, if I need to get some money definitely to get this other drone. The more drones you have as Acrid, believe me, the better for you. So let me get Risk of Rain. Can you give me some enemies? God damn it! All right, let's actually get up here. We have to get up here now. Alright, let me use some of my skills here. Again, we need to definitely get that other drone. I think what it was like 71 for it or something like that. Let's see. I can't reach that. Do I have enough for it now? How much was it? I already forgot. God damn my terrible memory. I can't even make it back, unfortunately. Oh shit, that's not good at all. Alright, maybe I can make it back if I go through the upper portion of this area, hopefully. Now let me put down this poison here. Let them kind of kill themselves on it. I can't even make it back. That's not good. I need my drone, goddammit. Actually, my current drone's about to die. I'm about to die, too. I need to stop digging around here. All right, well, I kind of wasted my money on the drone that I had dying, so much for that. Let's see if I could somehow make it back somehow. We'll see. I'd have to kind of circle the map again, it seems. This map is really unforgiving in terms of, like, letting you backtrack a bit. So let's go, actually, and I guess activate the teleporter. Oh, it's just actually over here for once. Okay, this is a new spot for it. I have never run into it over here. So let's activate it now. Okay, Ancient Wisp is actually really good for us because, as you can tell, he is a stationary enemy. So, okay, don't die now. So Ancient Wisp will just hang out and take a lot of damage down there, and that's good. And let's just kind of like essentially let our cooldown go back down, and we'll come back down again, set another layer of poison, and go with it again. So let me go. There you go. Let me shoot you with a bit of the poisons and let you do your own thing right there. And as long as you maneuver above, he'll keep walking left and right on the poisons. So again, really, really easy boss altogether. Definitely one of the bosses you want is Acrid. Another one of the bosses you could use for Acrid is basically the, I think it's called the Poison Beast or something to that degree. Alrighty.